3:18 WJTS News, I'm Charlotte Olson. Residents of the city of Huntingburg gathered at Old Town Hall Tuesday night as city officials hosted a community meeting and also a public planning session in regards to the proposed US 231 corridor, also known as Main Street from 3rd and 22nd Streets in the city. Huntingburg Mayor Denny Spinner says that the idea for the gathering was to prepare for the future projects throughout the community after the city's stellar projects are officially complete.
If you recall, about two years before we got into the Stellars process, we began what we would call listening sessions and information gathering on how the community was going to advance, in the next couple of years. From those conversations grew the Stellar application, and that process is well underway. We're about halfway through that. So as a city, our city council, our redevelopment commission was looking at, it takes about 2 years to get something ready to go. So with that in mind, tonight was the start of the visioning for Main Street.
The session was facilitated by representatives from the SESCO Group of Indianapolis, Martin Riley, and the University of Southern Indiana Center for Applied Research. John Dockery is with the architectural and engineering firm of Martin Riley of Fort Wayne, and he says that last night was just a step for planners to collect ideas from the public about what the corridor should look like in regards to future development.
And every time you look at community development, which is my background, we want to make sure that we've got the public's interest in mind. Well, the only way you can find that out is get the public involved. So tonight what we're going to do is we're going to ask everybody to give us their ideas. What would the main corridor coming in from the north look like if it was really the corridor that made them the most proud? That feedback's going to help us design and lay it out and look at it, and that's our goal. How do we make that something that the community says who we are?
SESCO was hired by the city last fall to conduct an economic development study of the corridor, assess areas that could be considered an environmental hazard, and also prepare information about the tax impact of the area, and research funding options available for redevelopment projects and also environmental remediations. Spinner notes that the 231 and Main Street is a highly visible section of Huntingburg and that anything they can do to further enhance the area will be beneficial citywide. He says that public input is, of course, the key.
This is the most active corridor in our community. It is, got the most traffic in town. And what can we do looking forward to enhance that corridor in the best way possible? So tonight was just the first step in gathering the information, much as we did in the Stellar process. We have to know where the areas of concern are, where the areas of growth could be. And once this is developed, it's going to be reported back to the City Council, to the RDC, and we can start in that process of developing a good plan for the enhancement of the Main Street corridor in the future.
Perfect.
Goal for tonight.
Huh?
The goal for tonight is basically what you want me to
respond to? Yeah. Your goal for tonight is to collect ideas from the public.
Yes, yeah. Tonight, basically, I appreciate the question, but tonight our goal is
a follow-up session is planned for Tuesday, February the 28th to share feedback and also to provide recommendations based on the planning session. This reminder, kindergarten enrollment for the 2017-2018 school year will be held tomorrow on Thursday, February the 2nd for Celestine Elementary and on Tuesday, February the 7th for DuBois Elementary. Kindergarten enrollment at both schools will begin in the cafeteria at 6 p.m. Now, except for students currently enrolled in the Northeast DuBois preschool program, parents will need to bring the child's social security card as well as an original birth certificate indicating the child will be age 5 on or before August the 1st. Immunization records are also required, and schools will make copies of all of these records and will immediately return all of the original copies. A student who has yet to complete the immunization requirements for the school entry will be allowed to register still. However, the child must be in compliance with the state law by the opening of school in the fall. This is an informational meeting for parents only, and it is not necessary for children to attend. For further information, call Celestine Elementary at 812-678-2777 or DuBois Elementary at 812-678-3011. The Indiana Housing and Community Development Authority, or IHCDA, announced last week at their January Board of Directors meeting that Supplemental Blight Elimination Program, or BEP funding, was awarded to current participants in Divisions 4, 5, and also in 6. Though two separate funding rounds, the BEP provided an opportunity for local units of government in all 92 Indiana counties to compete for funding to eliminate vacant and also abandoned homes in an effort to decrease foreclosures. Counties and communities in southern Indiana receiving funds were the city of Bicknell, being awarded $251,000, and Gibson County receiving $187,000. These areas are part of the Division 5 in the state, and the BEP is not a grant program. The program is a loan program that allows IHCDA to make funding available to successful applicants. The loans will then be restructured as forgivable loans using hardest-hit funds. IHCDA estimates that approximately 4,000 abandoned homes in Indiana will be eliminated through the BEP. To date, more than 1,500 homes have been demolished, and state seeks to continue the Healthy Indiana plan for low-income Hoosiers in the area. The Department of Education seeks to expand the summer meals program, and in 2016, more than 250 Indiana sponsors served nearly 3 million meals. However, fewer than 20% of all low-income Hoosier children who receive free or reduced lunch during the school year received free meals during the summer. The Summer Food Service Program reimburses local sponsors that serve healthy free meals and snacks to children 18 years and younger in low-income areas of our state. Sponsorship is open to public and private nonprofit groups, including local governments, religious organizations, summer camps, recreation centers, and also others. In addition to providing free meal service in a local community, many of our sponsors and many of the sponsors within the program offer additional education or physical activities. They also may partner with other organizations in order to do all of this. The application deadline for potential Summer Food Service Program sponsors this year is April the 30th, 2017. All sponsors receive training on how to plan, operate, and monitor a successful program. Attendance is required for all new sponsors. But for more information on becoming a sponsor or to sign up for the training workshop, visit the department's website at www.doe.in.gov/nutrition/summer food service program. Make sure you keep it right here, because up next we'll take a look at your weather summary.